Hey, Zio here, and we're going to do a quick overview of what to expect in patch 8.1. So, first things first, we get two new vendors. One is Azerite, and with that, you can now target sort of something that you need a upgrade to, along with a currency to go with that. Currency will be gained through scrapping and disenchanting Season 2 Azerite gear, as well as through the Mythic Plus caches at the end of the week, which is cool. That allows you to pretty much target a particular piece of gear that you need an upgrade for, or you can hold on to all that currency and upgrade to one of the more higher end tiers that is more specific that you're interested in, which is pretty cool. It gets rid of some of the RNG that they have, and if you want to save up for one of the other ones, you can bypass both RNG. If not, you can just upgrade with a little bit less of the currency and still have the RNG to roll what the gear actually will be without having to wait. Oh gee, I sure hope this chest piece drops so I can finally upgrade mine, because it's still 340 and I could use something higher, which is great. Also, on top of that, the other vendor is going to be dealing with your doubloons, which you get from Island Expeditions. It's going to have several items on it, and hopefully they'll add more as time goes on, but as of right now, you've got essentially a mount, a few non-combat pets, some cosmetic hats, about 3 of them, and reputation tokens, which as of right now I don't think are account bind, so you can't really farm them up on one and send them to another and help with the reputation gain. It's stuck on that one, which is cool too, because now that gives me a reason to actually run Island Expeditions and farm up those coins so I can go ahead and get me whatever's in the store there, because I like to do that sort of thing. Other things, the Kotarans and the Zandalarian allied races will hopefully be unlocked. They'll use the existing reputation that you have. So this way you don't have to farm up another reputation to Exalted, and chances are if you've been doing your dailies, or your world quests every day, you probably have hit Exalted, or you're pretty close to it by this point. I mean, heck, I haven't done them in weeks, and I'm pretty, revered, I think, with almost everybody, about halfway, if not more, at this point. So it shouldn't be really too hard if you've been playing the game normally and just logging in and doing those for a while. But, anyway, the number of Exalted Reputations achievement will now progress account-wide. So if you've been working on that, and I know I did that at one point in time and never finished, it will now be account-wide, so that's cool. Let's see. There are map and reputations improvements, and the Champions of Azeroth faction will be effectively account-wide, which is great. You're not going to have to farm up, the reputations for Champion of Azeroth on an ult now. You can do whatever you did on your main. It will transfer over to any of your ults, so you don't have to power up your thing as much, or at least its item level. I wonder how that's going to work. Be great if I don't have to then level another one up from level 1 to whatever. But anyway, there are system improvements, class updates. There's going to be the new Azerite traits with the Season 2 Azerite gear. It's going to have another outer ring to it. That's going to have, if I remember correctly, they were saying there would be like 2 class-specific traits that you can choose between for all specs, or spec-specific, my bad. You can choose for all specs, which, that's that. Whatever. Anyway, there's also going to be new profession recipes, which is cool. I'm still waiting for real player housing, something that will tie into the, professions. That would be cool. It would make them more relevant if you can make things for, like, decorations and stuff, but that's another thing for another video. Gnome Ridge Pet Battle Dungeon is coming. There's going to be a new raid, Crucible of Storms, 2 bosses under Stormsong. It's going to come in after Zanzalar, which, by the way, That raid, the Siege of Zoldosar, is kind of unique. It's different. The enemy is the opposing faction with separate faction experiences. Allies climb the pyramid, fight King, the Horde defend the city, starting outside, and fight the Alliance forces down towards the harbor, ending with Jaina. And then, of course, after completing, the faction, you'll experience the other side of the story through NPCs telling you what happened. You'll be able to experience the other 3 bosses. Both factions will have a total of 9 bosses. So that's going to be an interesting thing to see. I can't wait for that to actually come out because they've never done that before. Usually it's release a raid and everybody goes through the same raid. This is going to be slightly different, which is going to be cool. Island expeditions will have a major spawning improvement. Thank you. They won't have uniform blanket spawns everywhere. There'll be more clusters, a little bit of hubs, more gaps. So this way, if you do die and you're trying to run back to the other 2, you don't pull half the island with you, which is cool. The island expeditions will also have new events, new enemies, supposedly more variety. There are 2 new islands, Journeydale and Heavenswood. So that's cool, I guess. New Warfront, the battle for the Dark Shore, Night Elves versus the Forsaken, new structures and upgrades, max level Dark Shore zone updates that I wouldn't mind getting into. The Warfronts were kind of a disappointment. Having another one would be great, especially if they're sort of running to where we don't have to wait practically a month to go do it. It'd be every 2 weeks. It'd be a lot better. Heritage armor, of course, is also coming out for the Dwarves and the Blood Elves. If you haven't, for whatever reason, gotten exalted with one of those 2, go ahead and go get exalted. It's unlocked via racial quest and max level. Sourfang and Vol'jin and them are getting more story. Of course, what's really cool is they're sort of fixing how they've been doing things, where they just sort of force us into a particular decision that should be a decision that we as the player, pick. As of right now, you actually get a choice. Zappy Boy will come up during this quest line, say, hey, Vol'jin needs help, they're gonna kill him. And you have the choice to tell him to go pound sand because you're not gonna turn your back on your Banshee Queen, or you can go help Sourfang, and that is going to change how things go, which is going to be interesting. I'd love to see how that works. A little bit of story choice. I like that. It makes it feel more like, as long as it keeps going and it matters, and they don't just wipe it out, a little bit down the line, even though you helped Sourfang or didn't help Sourfang, and then they force you into this thing where it's as if the choice doesn't matter. That should be pretty cool. Incursions are coming. They are similar to Legion assaults. Horde and Alliance forces will invade areas, turning off world quest objectives for the area and bringing in new world quests specifically for the Legion assault. Or I'm sorry, not the Legion assaults, the incursions, because it's a new thing. It's the same thing. The war campaign, of course, will continue. But pretty much, I think that's about it. That's everything that we can expect from patch 8.1. 2 new raids, a new dungeon, some new profession recipes, class updates, Azerite traits. The only thing that they really need to do at this point is fix Azerite armor when it comes to speccing and stuff. But, I'm sure you've heard all that by now. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. What are you more excited for? Or are you excited at all? Are you even still playing at this point? Let me know down in the comments below. Especially changes to Azerite armor. Does it help? Do you not like it? Do you Still wish they would do more. Can we just have tier sets back? Anyway, let me know down in the comments below. Until then, I will talk to you later. See ya.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment, smash that like button, and always subscribe for more. And of course, there are other videos floating around somewhere on the screen, so click one of those and see if you can find something that suits your fancy. Till then, I'll see you later. Bye.